We'd like to welcome in Dean Blandino, the NFL's VP of Officiating. Dean, let's start with the obvious question here. You've seen the tape now. Was this defensive pass interference on Anthony Hitchens?
Well, I think Brian said it well. You could debate whether it's pass interference. And when you look at the play, Pettigrew's going to start here. He's going to run the drag wheel across the formation. And there's three officials involved in this play. You've got the head linesman. You've also got the side judge here who's downfield on the sideline, and then the back judge in the middle of the field. And when you watch the play, the defender, he's not playing the ball. That's the first thing the officials look for. But that's not pass interference by itself. You can face guard in the NFL. Face guarding is not a foul in college. It is a foul in college, but it's not a foul in the NFL. Then we have to look to see, was there significant contact before the ball arrived that prevented Pettigrew from making the catch? And I think it's a tight judgment call. When you watch the play, there's a left hand on the shoulder. Does that materially restrict the receiver's ability to make the catch? One official, the back judge, felt it was. The head linesman had a different perspective. They got in. They talked about it as the referee was making his announcement, and we would prefer that they get together before the initial announcement. And then we can discuss it, make one announcement that there was no flag for defensive pass interference. One other thing to look at on this play, when you watch this action here, there is a jersey grab. And when you see the jersey grab before the ball is thrown, that's defensive holding. So had the officials recognized that, we should have had a foul down for that infraction.
Dean, let's also talk about the mechanics there. You touched on it briefly of getting together and trying to get the call right. So how did the head linesman's view of the play then trump what the back judge saw who initially threw the flag?
Well, yeah, it's a good question. It doesn't necessarily trump. The official that threw the flag, he will get that information, and then it's up to him to either pick up the flag or stay with it. He threw the penalty flag so he can stay with it. He obviously took the information. He thought about it some more and told the referee that he was going to pick up his flag. So there's a lot of conversation that goes on, but ultimately the official that throws the flag, he has to make up his mind. Does he want to stay with it, or is he going to pick it up?
Dean, the other issue here, obviously, we saw Des Bryant sprint onto the field with his helmet off. Obviously, a lot of people wondering why that's not a personal foul for running onto the field without a helmet.
Yeah, I think the rule, it's not an automatic. So the helmet removal rule only applies to a player who is in the game. So a player who's in the game takes his helmet off to confront an official, to confront an opponent, to demonstrate after a play. So it's not an automatic penalty. Certainly a player coming off the bench like that.
So was that not considered confronting the official?
It very well could have, but in the officials' view, they felt that it wasn't. They gave him some leeway, but we certainly would have supported a flag there because players coming off the bench in that manner, that's not something that we condone, but it's not an automatic penalty. There's some discretion. The officials felt it didn't warrant a penalty.
All right, you'll have much more from Dean Blandino tonight on Total Access. Dean will be with the crew at 7 p.m. Eastern to dive even further into that play. Thanks very much for joining us this afternoon here on the Aftermath, Dean.